caravans, I've told you. Now bugger off with your caravans. Well, hello, nice to see you, alright. Well, on another week of it. There's talk of holidays in our house. Holidays? Bloody hell, wants to go on holiday? I don't. I'm not on holiday since what? 2007. But I've had her round, that Nellie Atkin. Do you know Nellie Atkin? Have I told you about her? I won't say she's a friend. She's one of those acquaintances. Do you know the type I mean? I'm going to got my worms coming back again. She's one of those acquaintances. How can I describe her? I met her once in a clap clinic, 2001. She was in chlamydia day with me, and she was in the queue for the wire brush treatment, stood behind me. And we got yapping. We're both fans of David Dickinson, you see. And we got chatting about it. Oh, I've gone off David Dickinson. Have you? Oh, somebody else in my life now who I like. I mean, I've chased that David Dickinson for years. Well, I said chased. The restraining order out. You know, stalked him. Never got anywhere. Oh no, this one's an American. And I've got my American knickers on. One yank and they're off. His name, he's got a weird American name. What is it? Devon... Deke. I think it's Deke Shannon. Deke something or other. Is that chorister, that singer in that film Pitch Battle? From the film Pitch Perfect. He does that Pitch Battle with that Mel Giddy Rock. You know, Mel and Sue? Yeah, the one that's not the funny one. Yeah, well, she's on there. Well, he's on it with him. Oh, she's always fabulous. It's the smile, the glasses. I think it's the geek. You know what I mean? I think it's the geek chic I like. So I'm going to have David Dickinson. I've had enough of that bugger. It's too orange for my taking. Any road, being naturally Peruvian mahogany, as you can see. I'm in the kitchen now, can you see? I'm just going to do some chips. Well, why not? It's the weather for it. I've got a bag full of 5 pound of potatoes that need using up. So she came round, didn't she, Nellie Atkin? I'd told her I'd found a surefire way to stop the burning of cystitis, so she was round like a shot, couldn't get shut of her, could I? And I said to her, it's bloody worms, they won't go. I said, it's only easy. I said, what you do is you get hydrogen peroxide, you know what you bleach your hair with, some vinegar and some bicarbonate of soda, make it into a solution and douche it up your minge. I said, because it hurts that much, you forget the burning sensation from cystitis. So she's been round mithering me for that, hasn't she, that Nellie Atkin? I tell her, she's moved flats. I say flat. It's a midden. Oh, you've seen nothing like it. Wall-to-wall floors, she's lucky to have that. Running water when it rains. Oof. She cracks on, she's got a very important job in a hotel. Hotel, she carries suitcases. Cracks on, oh, I tell you what. Anyway, she's been round mithering me. She wants to go to Cardiff. She's nobody go with her, stay in a caravan. Caravan, me? She started off wanting to go in a tent. A tent? I said, work for 52 weeks a year and you expect me to pretend I'm homeless for 2 bloody more weeks? You're joking. Sorry, no, I'm not doing that. She's got this paramour, this gentleman caller from Cardiff. I think he used to give her a good scene too. Days gone by. And he's moved on. She can't get over it. She wants to go to Cardiff, you see, to see him. So I thought, well, you never know, we could go, leave her at Merthyr. That's where our rest of prostitutes in Wales live. So, nothing that I've got nothing against Merthyr. You know, it's twin town with Wigan, because we're full of prostitutes as well. So she was asking me about this holiday thing. I said, oh, no, I said, I'm not going there. Last time I did a caravan, it must have been, oh, let me think. It was in the early noughties. It must have been 2002-03. And we got this holiday in a caravan in the Lake District, near Derwent. And it's only because my husband Jack didn't get the money from Claims Direct like he should have got, you know, compensation for the accident with the mangle in his penis. So we didn't get half as much money as we expected. So we ended up in Lake District, didn't we, in this caravan. Our Mitchell, he got these 2 lesbian friends of his, Godiva and Araminta Bickerstaff. And he got them to Auntie, they were doing this on the caravan. Anyway, we stayed in this caravan, all of us. Nice big thing. But, and both called Bickerstaff. And apparently he said they've had one of those blessings. I thought it would be a brave bloody vicar who would turn them 2 down. I tell you, there wasn't a teaspoonful of estrogen between them. Oh, they were butch. Oh, God, they could have played front row on the Ullswater ladies rugby team. Oh, they were butch. They had bigger packets than Mitchell. And he wears a cock ring. By the way, if you find genital jewellery's chaffing, chip pan fat, works a treat. It's an emollient and a lubricant. Works a treat. What tell you what, it isn't a good mood. I'll tell you this for nothing. This is off Nellie Atkin. Apparently she were on the train and she got off with the guard. Ended up in the toilet with him, having it. Well, they started to have a bit in the toilet with the guard. But the problem was she decided she got this sandwich and she was going to use the butter off the sandwich for lubrication, you know, to enter. And they'd gone in the toilet together, you know, Nellie and this guard. And 5 minutes later, they'd not locked the toilet door properly because 5 minutes later a passenger walked in. And what they didn't know was that on this sandwich not only is the butter, but there's mustard. You can imagine the results. Yep. The passenger walked into the toilet. There's Nellie Atkin leaning up against the wall, legs akimbo like she's about to be frisked, screaming her head off, while the guard's blowing up her ass saying, "I'm sorry, I didn't know there were mustard on it." So anyway, we're going this caravan, didn't we? Now, I don't know if you know the rules regarding the Lake District, but if you have a view of any sort of water, body of water in the Lake District, they can charge at least £100 more a week for the view. Now, this caravan went over a puddle. A puddle that was half dried up. Try and charge us an extra £100 for the sight of a puddle. Anyway, our Athena told her she's lesbian. She doesn't know it, but I keep telling her because I don't want to pay for a wedding. She sorted it out with these 2 lesbian ladies, Araminta and Godiva Bickerstaff. Don't know what she did with them, but they took her out every night for a, what do they call it, a fish supper. And in the mornings they came round, they had a kipper breakfast, took her for a kipper breakfast, whatever that means. But didn't I pay the £100 and she kept coming back stinking of Malibu and oysters. Oh, oysters. Can you eat oysters? My friend Lily Savage, she used to always say oysters are snot in an ashtray. Especially when you get to that gritty bit, you know what I mean? Oof, no. I want my food dead, not sick. No. So, she's, we're in this caravan, this is 2000, oof. Horrible holiday. Absolutely. We're gone with this thing called the Final Farewell Taxi Company. They used to be called Rent-A-Wreck in Wigan. And then they changed it to the Final Farewell. Well, it was meant to read the Final Fur, ... well, exclamation mark. So it was like, Final Fur, well? Trying to be bang on trend, you see, in hip, down with the kids, yo. But it didn't read like that. We didn't read it like Final Fur, well? It was like Final Farewell. Doesn't inspire confidence, does it? It was called Rent-A-Wreck. And they took us, this woman called Justinta Mahmood, she took over. She didn't like my mood when I told her I wanted the equivalent of her miles because I'd used Rent-A-Wreck for 10 years to go to Henry Africa's. Anyway, we got a decent fare and they took us all the way up there. But I mean, why ain't Final Farewell? It's like I said last time. It's like when you go to an airport, you see that sign, terminal. That puts you off flying, doesn't it? Anyway, that was a while ago. I'm trying to think. The other time I stayed in a caravan was in May. I was about 17, 18. I pulled this bloke. And he said to me, "Do you want to come out?" I said, "Yeah, well, what?" He said, "You choose." I thought, we'll have 2 places. We can either go to Wimpy for a burger, or we can go to the cinema. So I decided on the cinema. I won't tell you what year it was, but Cliff Richards was doing a film called Take Me High. Google that one. And we went to the cinema. I was only young. But we were staying in a caravan. We were in Rill. Because everything goes on. In the De Bray family, everything happens in Wales for some reason. So we ended up in Rill in this caravan. And I thought, well, I've nothing to wear, so I did a Maria von Trapp and I ripped the curtains down, made a lovely outfit. We went to this cinema. Now, halfway through, his arm went across my shoulders, and I thought, oh, hello, what's going on here? So I went back and I put my arm around his. Now, what I didn't realise was Cyril, this bloke, wore a syrup. What's that doing there, sticking out? Rollers have gone wrong on me. Best get Madam Nolan on that, with curling tongues. Yeah, and he wore a wig. Cyril, I didn't know he had a toupee on. And when I put my arm around him, you see, I knocked it off. But it was pitch black, so I didn't know what was going on. Next thing, he's on his hands and knees, mauling around. His hands were everywhere. I thought, ooh, the lights have only just got on. Cliff Richards not going to the first song, and you're on your knees. And I'm there, my legs spread to 20 to 4. I couldn't believe me luck. The next thing, his hands were everywhere. He put his hands right on my minge. I said, "That's it!" He said, "No, mine's not got a centre part in a hole in it." These worms are back. So, I had a phone call this week from Fiddlem, Diddlem and Swindle, the De Bray family solicitors. Hang on, you've gone down a bit there, haven't you? Is that better? Oh, you see the crown jewels now. That's like an OBE. It's called a DSM. Dirty Sex Maniac on the bed with everyone. I'd like to be a dame. I believe to do that you have to kneel in front of a queen. Any offers? Anyway, Fiddlem, Diddlem and Swindle, famous solicitors in Wigan, got this phone call, didn't I? Mr. Fiddlem. He said, I'm phoning about your great uncle Eustace's estate. I said, estate? Has he got rid of the Fiat Punto? He said, no. He said, estate as in will. He's died. I went, what? Great uncle Eustace? Not seen it for years. He said, well, the will's been read. You were on the last page. We couldn't get in touch with you. I said, oh, right. He said, so I don't know where you were. I said, I'm not telling you. So he says, we've been trying to get in touch with you. I said, right, well, go on then. He said, I'll read you what you're on the last page of the will. I said, right, okay. So he read this last page of the will. He said, to my great niece, Christina Buttercup Snowdrop, I'll start again. Christina Buttercup Snowdrop Daisy de Bray. Because I've got two sisters, you know, Eunice and Concepta. They're not real sisters, they're half sisters. We had a magic act that went wrong, they used to volunteer. So he said, to my great niece, Christina Buttercup Snowdrop, I'll give it to you, it kills me. Christina Buttercup Snowdrop Daisy de Bray Margon. Do you know my mother was when she christened me that. He said, to my great niece, Christina Buttercup Snowdrop Daisy de Bray, I leave. And for the good sense of never coming round to my house, dragging her sorry carcass and her ne'er-do-well family full of scroats and not rights. For that alone, I leave her, bugger all. I was gobsmacked. My God, I'd never been so smacked. I thought, bugger all? Bugger all? I said, what postcode is that in and what band is it for the poll tax, the council tax? Is it furnished or is it just going to be carpets and curtains? I've never lived in a hall before. Does it come with a title? I mean, bugger hall, it sounds lovely, doesn't it? Then the penny dropped. So I've got nout again. Well, the one thing I have got, what time is it? What best be doing? I've got a turkey in the oven. One thing I have got, I've got to go to the funeral. My great uncle Eustace at Rest at family. If nothing else, I'll go and get some food. Saved him buying lunch that day. Last funeral I went to, livened it up a bit because they always have the faces and people that were the people who look at funeral parlours. You think there's one of their relatives who died. It's those who've lost, not you. Why don't you smile a bit more like they're doing McDonald's when they give out a happy meal? You know. Be a lot happier, be a lot nicer, wouldn't it? No, they never do. I try and liven things up when I got funeral parlours. I normally run in quick and lie down on the counter and put my hands across my chest like that and go, shop! And when they come out, I say, have you any empty boxes? Any big ones? I've got a friend moving. No, anyway. So that's it. I'm going to go and watch Pitch Battle later on. I was telling Nellie Atkin, that Deke, whatever his name is, I said, he's nice. She's still into David Dickinson. I said, no, that new boy, that one, Deke, the one with the glasses, Deke, the geek with the geek chic, Deke. I said, I wouldn't mind being casseroled by him. She said, don't you mean caressed? I said, no, casseroled. She said, hang on a minute, casserole means done slowly for 4 hours. I said, I choose my words carefully. I know what I mean. Right, I'm going. See you next time. Right, are you ready, you? Kippers tonight with turkey.
Only one girl to love, then she'll be